contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight
Podcast.
We're gonna make
The World Heavyweight Podcast.
great again.
Nerds! Entering the ring at this time, your tag team champions of the podcast world, Howard Farewell. But we're just waiting for the wheels to fall off. Yes, 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 yes. Get rid of your six-sided ring array. Josh Rivera.
God does not want this podcast to happen.
You happy I brought my shovel to bury this segment?
What station is it again? Who gives a fuck?
Yabba dabba, shut the fuck up.
The World Heavyweight Podcast. There you go, Josh.
Yeah, rock.
Yeah. Finally, something that you really enjoy, getting onto some WWE television there, huh?
Hey, no, what was it, a couple takeovers ago they had a ghost track. That was pretty cool.
They did. I thoroughly enjoyed that as well. Power Trip making it onto NXT's live loud thing. I don't know what are they calling it now?
Takeover War Games.
Yes. Well, that's not what I meant. Whatever they
Official
call their loud
theme
thing. Yeah,
song.
there we go. Their official theme song. Welcome to the World Heavyweight Podcast at the WHPS piece. I can't even speak.
This Sunday, Raw will compete against SmackDown for the only time of the year.
Yeah. I really wanted to make a counter like the super kick counter from Mr. Wrestling 3 during that
Best
one
$5,000 he ever spent.
Welcome to the World Heavyweight Podcast. I'm Howie Farewell. That over there is Josh Rivera at the WHPC on Twitter. Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast. World Heavyweight Podcast. .podbean.com. Obviously, I feel like I need to tell people how to listen to a podcast still, because so many of the downloads I'm seeing are coming from like the generic media players in Apple and like if you have an iPhone, there's an app. Just do a little search. It says podcasts. Go there, hit subscribe on there, and you don't have to go to the World Heavyweight Podcast.podbean.com. Just search World Heavyweight Podcast in there. If you don't, podcast aggregator, like I have Android, I use Podbean Addict. Great. I hit refresh button at the top, and then everything.
The now do it the right
no,
way.
I'm just saying it makes it. I'm just trying to make it more convenient for the people that if you're listening, this is you could be making it super easy for yourself, unless you're listening on your your computer while you're at the office or something like that. If you are, thank you.
Thank you.
We would appreciate any 5-star review you'd like to give us. We like those. Those are great. Or just just review it. Review it. Put us on there somewhere.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate it higher, but and most of all, tell your friends.
Tell us what
what
work you're avoiding while you're listening to this podcast.
Exactly.
How much company time do you waste? I do want to hear it. It makes me feel great.
I do too, because we wasted a lot of company time and a lot of our jobs over the years.
Good Lord.
Ridiculous. Oh, we have. If you haven't noticed, we're getting like Monday episodes out now, especially. In addition to what we're already doing now, we also had on Monday I can't fucking speak today. What is going on with me? I was perfectly fine before we started. The microphones came on, and now my tongue doesn't work.
That's what happens, I guess, when you normally you eat a meal after we record because you gotta want it, and now you got it. You just get
I had this whole thing, like a script in my head of what I'm going to do, and none of it has come out of my mouth.
Yeah,
absolutely zero things that I've wanted to say.
I hear Jimmy Jacobs is free now. Maybe he could write you a script.
I would have to actually read it and talk from it, but I'm doing none of
Zippo.
that. You want to take over for me, I guess?
Absolutely
and
not.
Some of the other things that
drive the ship
we're
right into
having
the iceberg.
More interview type things come out on Monday. This week we've had Kyle Fields from the @Obtuse Angles. I'm saying it wrong.
Kyle Fields.
Why would I say that? From the Obtuse Angles podcast,
Podcast,
which you can go follow @Obtuse Podcast on Twitter. there.
Wow,
I'm Howie
got it.
Farewell, dumbass of the week. Holy Jesus.
Hey.
It's, you know what it is?
Because it's mind-boggling.
I don't know why. Anyway. Jesus Christ.
I could tell
it's
you
as bad as my football team.
Well, are you ready to go into some news? Because I think I know the reason why you're so tongue-tied.
Why am I so tongue-tied?
You're held so you're held so aback from the news that we heard earlier today. James Ellsworth released
before we really
from
get into
WWE.
this, we have somebody waiting patiently on the line, and you're just trying to jump right into the show.
I know. I'm trying not to start the show. If it doesn't happen yet, I can hit you with as many chairs we want.
But no, if you really wanted me to not pay attention to the show, you would let me talk about football for a minute, as we're 20 minutes already into the show of me just stumbling over my own teeth.
Okay, so let's introduce the guest.
At Lil_Bradbury, you can hear her all over the internet. Hi, how are you? You're going to do your own plugs because I can't figure it out today.
No. Thank you guys. Jesus. Thank you guys for having me back on. You can find me on Twitter at Lola_Bradbury, as well as my blog on Wix.com. Also, side note, the reason that Howard is so tongue-tied is because we were just talking about Slamtown, and I would get tongue-tied too.
Yeah.
I would take it Slam.
Oh, yeah.
So Lola is pro Slamtown, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying I'm anti-Slamtown. I just thought it sounds a little funny, that's all.
I think that remark you made was very anti-Slamtown.
I'm not anti-Slamtown. I am all for going to... No, I'm not going to...
See? Exactly. You heard it here.
Can we have some decorum, please?
Can we finally get back on track?
Bring it back together.
Anyway, there's Stone Cold Locks to talk about. We can talk about how shitty my football team... Ask About Me still is the bottom of the league, at least, for that.
I don't see that changing anytime soon.
I have to play them this week. They could get their first win. If I lose to them this week, my season is over.
You're out of the game, sir.
I have a shot.
You're out of the
I
club.
need to win the last 3 games of the season and get a lot of fucking help.
Based on what you've been doing, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
That ain't happening.
Yeah. But see, that's what happens, though. When you have those big wins, or those wins that are kind of close, but they're not blowing out of the water sort of good wins, but they're wins. I don't have any of those. Those couple 3 or 4 that you know.
Those little confidence builders?
No,
yeah, none of them.
But not even that. It's you know how sometimes, you get a win that you just need to have because you've put up a certain amount of points, and it's all right, I should have a couple of more wins here or there. I should have at least 4. If I had 4, I wouldn't be worried because I'd be right in it. I would just get maybe 1 or 2 wins. No, now I have to get 3 in a row against teams that I very well could just completely shit the bed against for no reason other than my team hates me. But Ask About Me still has 0, so I guess I've got that going for me. Captain Fatbelly finally
Hooray.
lost after only putting up 60 points this week.
Jeez.
Yeah, it wasn't
Talk
good.
about underperformance.
Yeah, Phil. I think Phil broke the streak there. I could be wrong. I don't have any of that in front of me.
I think he earned that. I think he can say he earned that night where you just take it back and be like, oh, 1 little loss, no big deal.
He's already confirmed in the playoffs, so it's not like he really has to do any work.
He is the playoffs as far as everyone's concerned.
Oh, no, he's not. He's going to get blown. He's
knock
gonna get
this guy
smoked.
out immediately.
Captain Fatbelly is getting smoked. You heard it here. Hot take. Captain Fatbelly getting smoked.
Spoiler, he's not making it to the end.
He's not making it into the final. If he makes it to the championship game, I will be fucking shocked, dude. That team is moderately hot garbage.
Just enough to get by.
I have him next. I have him not this week. Next week, I want to crush that team. So besides the fact that I actually need the win, I want to make it 130-0 type fucking win. Like the way that who got their ass kicked by Carolina this week? Miami.
Oh yeah,
I want it to be that kind of bad.
Oh, what a beating they took.
Yeah, or the Giants season.
Just the entire last 8-9 weeks of Giants.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to end up looking like the Giants against San Francisco and give the team with no wins their first one of the season.
Might be.
I feel like it's going to happen, and then I'm going to be in front of the press conference just going I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
We're going to have to just redraft everybody again.
Where's that reset button?
Here there it is. We're hit that. Anyway. I'm just frustrated, Josh.
Deep breath.
Deep breath. Then let's talk about let's talk about the great things going on.
You know what?
Week.
I have some
Good news, everyone.
good news. A couple of things. We have a main event for Ring of Honor's Final Battle. At least this is what I would call their main event. They usually don't have their title not headlining the show. So whoever your current champion will be at the time, and I'm assuming it's still going to be Cody. They very rarely
Should be.
have title changes during the year like that. Versus Dalton Castle.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give it to her. I'll hit all the
Insert
sound
the
effects today.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's great.
New champ.
I would live. Kidding me? I would
that would
love
be the
to
time
see
to do
Dalton
it.
Castle as a champion. Are you kidding me? I would lose my mind. I almost feel like we need to buy a ticket to this show now.
Good luck.
How
About
expensive are they?
$300. Yeah, you.
$350?
Yeah.
$350?
You're not
I
getting in
said
for
no
cheap.
Loch Ness Monster. You can't get no $350.
You're not getting in there for cheap.
You can.
Mm-mm.
It can't be that expensive.
Very expensive to get in.
It
It's like-
is. It's very expensive.
God, I hate. Stop ruining my dreams. Stop being a fun ruiner.
Why? Because she knows the
God.
truth.
Fake news. Fake news.
They're running about as much as the Raw Manhattan live show that's going on in January. About $300 just to get in the building.
That's crazy too. I can't do that. They also have announced that in the early next quarter of 2018, there seems to be the idea that they're going to have a full streaming extravaganza that you can purchase for a monthly fee.
Good. It's
I
about
have no
time
idea.
to get on board with it.
Yeah, there's no details really other than early 2018. That's all we know.
I'm already broke. I can't afford another subscription service.
Well, then get rid of one of the ones you're not using as much. I think I ended up doing that
Delete.
recently. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, just forget Hulu. Just get someone else's login and password.
And then get renamed Freeloader.
Right? That's what we do.
I think I'm paying for most of my services. I pay for the network. I pay for Netflix.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think I have to get rid of my Netflix because I really don't use that anymore.
Oh, they pulled a lot of stuff recently, didn't
Yeah. They pulled a lot of, every show from Fox is pretty much not on there
they?
anymore.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't watch it for movies as much. I mean, I feel like they never have a good rotation of things that I would really even want to see. What I have to start doing is actually doing, like the Fios on demand or something like that. It's so great that we have that again now. Optimum
You're
sucks a big pile of dicks.
welcome.
I'm sorry, but that stuff is not. This is great. DVR?
So much better.
Oh,
So much
right, yeah. I don't have to be charged an extra $20 a month for it.
I love
Get out of here.
I love the install. Just a little hole in the wall, plug in it, run a cable, and plug in it.
Oh
adapter.
yeah, it was
done.
way better. I was expecting a giant thing to be mounted on the wall like the last time. If we had the fiber stuff, probably, but we got the lower package because we don't need the smaller package.
Don't need that now for this.
Are you all right over there? I think I made it funny.
They can't see it right now, but she just spit water everywhere.
All right.
See what your little German package does?
Yeah. Hey, what are you gonna do? It can't be stopped. Can't stop, won't stop.
God.
Can't breathe.
NXT has other big news besides the fact that they're getting a great War Games pay-per-view this weekend. They made the announcement that the old taping area for the old TBS Turner Broadcast studios,
WCW Saturday night.
exactly, they're going to start doing some NXT tapings in that building, and I couldn't be more excited.
I'm a little the opposite. I would rather they continue taping in Full Sail, as is tradition.
As is tradition.
It's just the rapport you built with those fans over the last couple of years. You're not going to be able to duplicate. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I like the fact that it's in a small theater, and like the Manhattan Center, you're going to attempt to pack it out with wrestling fans that really want to see the show and will get into and stay into it.
I like it, but it also goes into that thing. It's like, oh, I guess NXT is the new WCW.
Well, yeah, they've been running like an NWA promotion.
They really have. I like that though. I like having because they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna get rid of the Performance Center and the Full Sail stuff. Not the Performance Center. I mean, in general. I mean, I don't think they're gonna get rid of taping at Full Sail all the time.
I feel like. Go ahead, Elo.
The thing is with that, though, same with like PWG staying in one place and having that dedicated kind of fan base and people that will constantly buy tickets, it makes it kind of good for them too, instead of kind of expanding into more.
I mean, they look to be making way more money filming tapings on the road and potentially bigger arenas in front of a bigger audience. Yeah, maybe a more casual audience, but it's new fans.
I don't think that they're going to... If you can split it 50-50 even. It doesn't even have to be 50-50. I mean, you do like a month here, a month there, whichever. I mean, you can do it whatever you want.
But I'm saying...
the atmosphere is what they're looking for.
Yeah, and good luck replicating that from Full Sail. It's not going to be exactly... it's not going to be the same. It could be better,
Atlanta's kind of a little bit of a hotbed, though, for wrestling. It's like they haven't gone away. There's some wrestling fans in the South that love that shit.
Oh, you were mentioning WCW. I think it's definitely their attempt to appeal to old WCW NWA fans.
Yeah, that never came back.
Who left and never came back after the Monday Night War.
Which seems, I think it's a great idea. I mean, you tell me that they're not going to be able to sell out that thing every time they go there?
They'll be able to sell it out. I'm just trying to say it may not feel like the same show again.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a little different. I don't think we're going to... I'm not worried
I'm saying
about
case in point, the smart crowd of Full Sail really did a bunch of guys and ladies mega dittos because they wouldn't have a lot of the same push. Mega dittos. Yeah.
Do you know what he's saying?
It definitely benefited them having a smart crowd tell exactly.
I've never heard anybody say that phrase.
You never heard that phrase before?
No, ditto usually means like the same.
Well,
you put them all.
Mega favors. Sorry, mega favors to indie stars who wouldn't have had the same pop, the same reaction in any other
get that
setting.
Every time.
Every time?
Yeah, I think every time you have that smaller sort of atmosphere for the NXT show, it's been great. It's only when they've gone to certain areas that they've had some larger crowds and they feel like they're kind of forcing in a little extra. Like you made the thing when we were off air, the UCF thing. By the time it got a little towards the end of that, or even in the middle, it didn't seem like they were big
I'm going to say literally the first two episodes.
Yeah.
Go back and rewatch them. You're going to be like, this crowd is dead as shit.
8,000 to 11,000 people, and some of them probably, and they didn't really sell it out.
I don't think it was that many.
No, I mean, the arena, the seating amount was a lot larger in UCF, plus... I don't think they filled it the way they expected to either, so you may have had people that didn't really understand at that point, and that was super early on. They're going to keep it much more smaller. I think this is going to be a huge hit.
We'll see.
Lola, thoughts?
Yeah.
Ideas?
I'm still stuck on Mega Dittos and the Who's That But yeah, there's room to grow in NXT, but I think... Maybe just because I haven't been watching it for that long, I prefer the smaller kind of usual crowd of Full Sail. So,
yeah, my thing is, I feel like you're going to still get that rabid fan that's going to show up because it's going to be a hot ticket. That's going to be maybe 1,000 people fit in there.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be a very small crowd.
So if you're making it small, you have a much easier time to be able to fill that out. And you tell me there's not going to be enough people that are into NXT in the Georgia, in the lower Florida, that other area. Come on.
We'll see when these episodes air.
I don't think they're gonna have any trouble.
We'll see when these episodes air.
No love, all skepticism
That's right.
from you guys. Fuck that.
Exactly.
This is going to be huge.
Sorry to be
you guys are
skeptical.
out of your minds.
Sorry to be
great.
skeptical.
We're going to watch these episodes and we're going to go, man, they need to do it here all the time.
They're allowed to be wrong. They've been wrong
You're
before.
allowed to be wrong, sir.
Yes, I am allowed to be wrong because I'm always right.
No, you're not, sir.
I thought he was going to say I'm always wrong.
Yeah, well, no, considering that he went 6-0 last pay-per-view, I can't really say that.
Suck it.
Anyway, moving on. Lucha Season 4, since we're talking about Slamtown before,
Yes.
confirmed.
Ooh.
Finally confirmed.
It is happening.
It's happening eventually. No one knows when.
If you haven't seen the trailer yet, it's on YouTube, and it features the kid.
Welcome to Slamtown.
Features the mayor of Slamtown himself, Johnny Mundo, making a promise to get his title back.
I have only seen a little bit of Ultima Lucha Tres. Very gimmick heavy for all those matches.
Very violent.
A little one after they had that not AR Fox, whatever his name is now in Deadshot.
Dante Fox.
Dante
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
After that match, it felt a little forced. Go ahead,
The thing is-
Flor.
With Lucha Underground, like, I try to get into it. I watched a little bit of season 1, and if they're going for, and I think this is what they're going for, the whole kind of bloody fighting, I can't telenovela thing. It works, but I can never get into it.
Yeah, I love it when I see it, but I watched just Ultima Lucha Tres, and if you watch just the wrestling sometimes, when you get into that just, hey, we're going to be having some crazy violent matches, they were only kind of okay. Like the Taya versus Sexy Star match wasn't great.
No.
It was okay, but it wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination. They barely did anything to each other, and then threw each other into the crowd a couple of times, and then did a table spot.
Nah, you want to talk about crazy? It would have been the Evilise Katrina match, where Katrina just busts her open with like 3 glass bottles, drags her up and down concrete steps. That shit was nuts.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
There were some matches on there that were...
they held a lot of
completely
the
unnecessary.
extreme violence until the biggest show of the year, their last one, their season
Right.
finale.
But I felt like it was almost overdone. Like, you didn't need to have all of the tables and all of the smash. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't have to do that. And they did. And even with the Sexy Star Taya match, they had brass knuckles that they brought into the ring and then didn't use them. What? Why? You actively brought them out, brandished them at each other, and then kicked each other instead.
I'm betting you're not going to see one of them ever again.
Oh, yeah.
When you said brass knuckles, my feet cut out, so it sounded like you said breast knuckles, and I don't know why it sounded like that.
Ooh. And
Some deadly weapons.
And unfortunately, some bad news before we get to the... Oh, right. I actually have a drop for that. I should probably use it. There we go.
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
The 2-year run is over.
Yes.
2-year run, 1-year run.
1 year, 2 months, I'd say. Yeah.
Longer than anyone expected.
Way longer than anybody expected.
And highly entertaining at various points during this as well. James Ellsworth, we're sorry to see you go, but I sure as hell had some fun.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? When he thought he was delusional and almost beat AJ Styles, that was the greatest thing ever.
When he drank the Kool-Aid. No, you said it yourself, Daniel. I've beat him 3 times. I've got his number. Oh man. That was epic television.
Or the line when he interferes in TLC and tells Daniel Bryan the next day that, don't worry, I'll fix everything when I beat AJ Styles for the World Championship. Whoa, 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 whoa. You have gone completely bananas here, sir.
Love that his final tweet before he got released was, "I was in the bathroom. What did I miss?"
Yeah, that was
That's
his last
why
tweet.
He was fired. He got fired for not helping. Oh man, it's so good. Even to the end part. I mean, he got super kicked in the face by Carmella, so I guess that's how we'll write him off.
He jobbed the entire division over the weekend. With it, when all the ladies on SmackDown gave him a stunner party. Yeah, there ain't no coming back.
I didn't remember that part. Where
Oh, it was
that?
on live shows. It was on live shows while they were in Europe, touring Europe.
I was completely unaware of that. And this here is great too.
Firmly behind James.
When he does this part here, we're throwing up the no chin music. And right there, back.
Oh my God, no! No, my God, no! No!
It was the greatest.
Don't do it! Don't do it! No, please stop! Oh my God!
I remember
was almost a disaster. He hit it with no.
Please, God, no!
We just averted a disaster.
I feel it's something important.
I thought I could put my microphone through there. No, we just threw on the Ellsworth almost wins.
Oh, that's right. She couldn't hear any of that.
And JBL just losing his mind. No! God, no! Dean Ambrose freaking out on the side of the ring, I think, is probably my favorite part of that.
Up until then, it was Dean Ambrose kicking Ellsworth out of the building. yeah, just gonna be right out. Get out of here.
We were in Newark when he did that the one time. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Put him on the streets of Newark.
He'll be dead in 2 hours.
He'll be dead in 2 minutes.
Before the show ends.
Good Lord. Oh, man, this is terrible. Here, have some of this.
No, get out of here. Can I have some decorum?
No, you can't, sir. You're going to deal with that
I just took it. Shut up.
All right, so now let's actually get into the real parts of the show here. We got all the outside stuff. Let's get into Raw and SmackDown. Survivor Series is this... No, we'd have to talk about War Games first. I'm sorry. Before all of this, we have got War Games to look forward to, and I'm excited. Not only the fact that we're getting the War Games match, but it's another big NXT show, so we have at least one good show this weekend. We'll at least have one.
We were going to have two this weekend, but due to unforeseen circumstances, Wrestle Circus canceled their show, which was going to be running the same time as TakeOver.
When was that supposed to go on?
That was supposed to be 18th at 8 p.m.
Oh,
yeah.
So they didn't say anything else other than...
Due to unforeseen circumstances, we have to cancel the show.
Well,
I think it was a locker room problem. Because after the tweet was sent out, shit went down on Twitter, so I think it was a locker room problem.
What kind of shit?
Oh, what is this?
Scoop.
Scoop, please.
Just, and I could be wrong on this, but it was too close together about one of the talent that booked. It was a scumbag, and people called them out on it, and Wrestle Circus kind of...
okay. There's a lot of drama that happens on the internet for like 2 days at a time and then disappears and nobody remembers. Remember the end of last week, how everybody's freaking out over Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Like,
yes,
God,
being sent home.
They're on TV, guys. Relax. Are they
There's
on
something
TV
dumb.
on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Then shut the
And
hell
look at
up.
that. They're advertised for Tuesday.
And we're back.
Yep.
It's just, and we're back. Look
Nothing to see here. No big deal.
Exactly.
I mean, it's got to be a massive big deal to straight up cancel a show, but whatever it is, it is what it is.
Anyway, moving on to War Games. First match that we're not going to see. I don't know if they're going to put this on tapings or something
It's
like
not.
that, but
Dark match.
Other big news that came out was Pete Dunne will be defending his United Kingdom Championship against Johnny Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see this on TV.
Now, unfortunately, this is the caveat to going to the show and watching it live. You get to see Johnny Gargano lose to Pete Dunne. I mean, come on, who are we kidding here?
Yeah, he's not winning.
He hasn't been putting W's up on TV. He's not going to win this championship.
He's not going to win that one.
Adding insult to injury, if Johnny loses and then Ciampa shows up.
Oh, I don't think we'd have to worry about Ciampa showing up for a while.
Not for a dark match. That was something you want. That's
yeah.
something you want to advertise. And plus, of course, this was back in July. But last thing I heard, as of July, possible return date for Ciampa like March.
Maybe
What?
WrestleMania. Oh yeah, he blew up his knee.
He blew up his ACL. He had to get major surgery.
I thought it was his shoulder. Because
No,
before
it
it
was
was his shoulder.
No,
Torn ACL.
He fucked up his knee real bad.
Yeah.
I could
He
be wrong, but I'm
wrestled.
pretty sure
No,
it's his knee.
you're right. He wrestled in Chicago in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
He blew it up. He tore it like a few nights before in the live show, and then come Chicago, they made the decision. Like, all right, we're gonna have to break you guys up because he's got to go away for a while.
Well, I don't know where I've been, apparently.
Welcome back. I'm glad we caught you up.
I'm just double checking that one to be sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Those are the last rumors was March,
ACL injury.
but he can heal and come. There's a potential he could heal and come back sooner than that.
Yeah, he tore it at a live event before Chicago, and then
What?
had the match.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Can
which
you
makes
guys
that even
not keep
crazier.
color?
Batman thing right here. What was I saying? No, Ciampa lost his ACL. It's pretty bad. He's
So
not gonna be
Ciampa,
back.
he will be back, but don't put any. Yeah, just don't bank on it being anytime soon. I'm sure it'll be a
good
surprise.
6 to 9 month injury for sure.
Yeah,
because you've got to like completely reattach.
not everybody can
like
Cena it.
No, not everybody can.
Nope.
So NXT, we're going to have, outside of the dark match, we're going to get some TV. So if you're in that area, please go show up early. Watch the two or three matches you're going to get on the tapings. But we have 5 matches. 5 matches.
5 matches.
Cassius Ohno takes on Lars Sullivan. I have no idea why he's doing that. But yeah, oh no.
He'll be saying, "Oh no," later. What was I thinking?
That he's taking on the angry elf on a shelf.
The angry, roided out elf on his shelf. Be good, kids, or I'll kick your ass.
The Orlando Freak Show. That's what I call him. The actual Tampa serial killer. Oh,
man. Now I'm terrified even more. It's almost as bad as Kyle's gimmick, Lester the Molester.
Oh boy.
Remember? That was bad. It was hilarious, but it was bad. What? Don't look at
Absolutely
me like that.
awful.
I'm referencing an episode they may not have seen, so they can go back and I'm then re-listen to that episode because it was funny, and you don't have to be up to date.
Good luck with that.
I'm trying to get other
Anyway,
people to listen. Don't
how
you
about-
dare do that.
how about the match that you didn't think you wanted
yeah.
to see
Yeah.
until right now?
Velveteen Dream.
TREAM, man.
I love it. I need to. I want to hear. Do 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 do. I want all the time. I need it. I never knew I needed the Velveteen Dream so much in my life.
I love how the last NXT he came out like seductively angry and pissed
Oh,
off.
it's wonderful. Sexy crawl backwards. Love it.
Yeah, right. So that's the point I was making about the crowd reaction. Like the way that crowd reacted was exactly the way that
I think
segment needed to be interpreted. Like, oh man, this is gonna be cool.
I don't think you're being overly pessimistic here on the travel thing. There's going to be a hot fucking group of shows.
We'll see.
Velveteen Dream versus Aleister Black. I feel like this feud should go a lot longer.
I shouldn't end after this.
No,
after
I feel
weekend.
like it's too early for the match.
I was saying the same thing. It's because number one, it's like we don't, especially me, I don't know who I want to win, number one. Number two, I would much rather them continue it and have maybe like a screwy finish or interference. That way they can keep up like week after week with the feud. So
Yeah, I
Going with the War Games theme, we're going to introduce the push. So nobody wins this match. Let's continue it. Let's keep the party going.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't built up quite enough for them to justify. I mean, yeah, he's attacked him and everything, but isn't them having a match him what's the word I'm looking for? Shit. Noticing him, I guess.
Yeah.
Paying attention to him, and he doesn't want to pay attention to him. So I feel like he's got to do more to get him to react.
I feel like
right?
a feud like this should end with instead of a I quit match, you have a say my name match.
Yeah.
Or you have to get your opponent to say your name in order to win.
I like it.
the plot twist. Velveteen Dream ends up with an anime nosebleed.
What?
Just a gusher.
Oh, okay.
I really, yeah, that's the only gripe. But some little itty bitty gripe. I mean, the match is going to be fun, and I feel like they could make this stretch out for like a year. Am I crazy to think that?
We'll see what happens. I mean, if they do it right, if this is going to be a big feud, yeah, they're gonna try to stretch it out to like
At least
3
6
matches.
months.
They're going to try to stretch it out 3 matches.
I hope so.
We'll see.
I just don't think I need the match right yet. I mean, I understand you want both of these guys on the card, and they've only been doing stuff with each other, so you kind of have to. But you
I had
giggity. Yeah, I'll hit it. But I don't know. I just feel like it can go. I want this way more now than I ever thought I wanted it before. Like, oh, Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black. If you told me 6 months ago that's what I'm getting, I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Why? And then they gave it to me, and I'm like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Anyway, moving on. We've got Go ahead.
The next NXT theme should be "Say My Name" by Destiny's Child.
Josh is like immediate boo. Josh is going nope.
No. No dittos there.
Boo for both of you. You not know. Now we're moving on. Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, Peyton Royce.
Hey, Ember who?
All vying for the NXT Women's Championship in a fatal four-way. Should be a good match. I don't know when on the show it's going to be. Who do you think actually wins this? Anybody can jump in.
I think the easy one is Kairi Sane.
But the thing is with that, yeah, she just won the Mae Young Classic and she's coming off that high. They need to have her in more matches and win. Well, they need to have her win more matches, but I think it's too soon for Kairi. I'd much rather see Ember or Nikki Cross win it.
How about Peyton? How about Peyton? Talk about somebody who you feel like maybe doesn't deserve it, does win it, and everyone's just like, what the hell?
I kind of am behind the Peyton Royce bandwagon on that one. Because you kind of almost think about it, that's three faces and a heel.
Yeah.
Because Nikki Cross is kind of in that zone of people kind of like Sanity.
Absolutely.
Ember Moon is essentially a good guy.
They're essentially
Kairi Sane, super baby face.
Super baby face.
Everyone wants her to win. Why not Peyton? They're iconic. She's got an extra partner that's going to be with her.
I think she's ready for it.
I love it.
That women's championship needs to be iconic.
You know what? I didn't think I needed it before, and I think I need it now.
Sold.
WWE NXT Championship match. Drew McIntyre defends against Tranquilo. Andre Cien Almas with Zelina Vega in his corner. Do you think he has any chance against Drew McIntyre?
No.
No, just a straight up.
Oh, I mean, well, the thing is, Andrade's a really good competitor and a really good wrestler, and obviously his attitude has changed with Zelina there, but I think it's too soon for McIntyre to drop the title.
Yeah, I kind of feel you on that one, too. Like, Drew's got to lose it to somebody huge, doesn't he?
I don't think he's I don't think he's in the business I don't think that's the kind of guy you're like, yeah, let's just have him hold the title for a few months for a quick transition. No, he's going to have that thing for a while.
I think he's got to lose it to, like, Adam Cole, baby. That's going to be our thing. If you ever say Adam Cole, somebody has to jump in with baby.
Come on, that's going to be the big title match. Is like, don't get me wrong, we're both on board with what's going on with Andrade Almas, and from 6 months ago, I think it was. Nobody. I was starting to worry about him. Like, man, is this guy gonna get a win? Is he gonna get fired soon?
Yeah, it was kind of looking like it wasn't looking very good.
Looking bleak.
It was looking a little rough.
And then his guardian angel came out of the nightclub he was at, started kicking his ass and got him in shape.
Yeah, pretty much.
When I first started watching NXT, I couldn't remember his name, so I kept calling him Andrade Cien White Pants.
That works. He's 100.
He is. And then finally, headlining the show, we have a match that is so brutal, we couldn't have it on TV for 20 years. I don't think that's the case.
No one wanted to see it again.
Pretty sure that's not the reason why.
I think they beat it into the ground.
They did. And oh boy, did they. You only need to watch one of them, folks, because the other ones are kind of shit.
War Games 92.
Yeah.
This
time, we're not going to have teams of 5. There's going to be slight different changes. Did we go over the rules for War Games last time? No, I don't think so, right?
No, I don't think we did.
Because I don't think we had the rules last time. But Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong versus Sanity, which is Wolf Young and Dane, versus the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole.
Baby.
Thank you.
there. Good. She's still good. We still got her.
I still hate the Undisputed Era name. It doesn't really make a whole lot
Name
of sense.
kind of stinks.
Could be doing a lot better with. I think they could be booking the whole three of them better.
They could
too.
be booking Bobby and Kyle O'Reilly as a tag team right now.
Yeah, they could. Well, I think this is what we have to do. I don't know why. This feels a little... I'm okay that this match is happening. Don't get me wrong, folks. It's a little forced in there. It's a little shoehorned. So hopefully after War Games, we kind of see what happens.
I mean, we all want the same thing, and that's another Roddy versus Adam Cole baby. Match. Because how great was that television match?
Yeah.
We talked about it last week. I want to talk about it again. It was freaking awesome.
Yeah. If you give me Roderick Strong and Adam Cole all the time for the next year, I'll be fine with it.
Absolutely.
You can show me that match dozens of times, and I don't think I'll get tired of it.
But with Roderick Strong, do you keep him as a face, or do you eventually have him get so frustrated he goes heel? Because that's where I thought they were going with it before.
Roddy's a heel's awesome.
Yeah, Dick Roderick Strong is pretty good. I enjoy it when he just starts like he started doing that one day. I think it was right after he won the TV title, right?
Yeah.
As soon as he won the TV title, he started acting like a dickhead.
There's that was like the pinnacle of the Mr. ROH gimmick they had going on when he had the Triple Crown. He's won everything, and they just like, I'm better than all of you. Fuck you.
And he stopped the Jay Lethal streak.
Yes, he did.
Which gave him the right to go, fuck you guys, this is mine. So, I don't know. That's the one part of this that seems a little weird. We've got 3 teams instead of 2 teams because we really can't do 2 teams. So we did a third.
2 teams of 5 sounds exactly like Survivor Series.
Right. But, I mean, that's the weird part of this is that you need a way to work in the Authors of Pain because they're the champs and they have issues with not only the champs themselves, but the guys that are trying to lay claim to the championship in the Undisputed Era. And then you've kind of got this Adam Cole, Roderick Strong little rivalry going on. So it's just the weird kind of matching in the way they've put that together to force a 3-way thing here. But you got to get War Games to work. So for those of you guys who don't know, for those of you guys that don't know
That's
how
what
this
you
is
meant
going
to say.
work, there's going to be a giant cage covering 2 rings, and then everybody else is going to be in their own little shark cages. Because I guess we've got all these shark cages lying around because Vince got into scuba diving for a while.
Put it this way. It's like Elimination Chamber, except the cages that you're in are outside of the cage.
Right. Pretty much.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I would expect it to be. But then, so you've got that going on, and instead of it being a coin flip, it's going to be, like you said, an elimination chamber. So after 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it is, first team come in, then the next team comes in a couple of minutes after that, then the next team
and
comes
once
in
all
after
the
that,
teams are in,
pinfall
or submission.
And then it's going to be a clusterfuck of
match.
bodies flying around 2 different rings, and it's going to be complete and utter fucking chaos. And hopefully it should be pretty great. You guys got a winner that you're going to throw out there? I mean, we're not doing Stone Cold Box yet. We'll get it to a second. Yes? No?
I would really love to see Sanity retain, but
well, there's no
also
titles on the line, so...
There's no titles on the line?
No, this is not a titles match.
Well, shit, that kind of throws my whole... Then never mind.
Yeah, anybody could lose this.
Anybody could lose this. It doesn't necessarily hurt you, but at the same time, whatever team walks away not being Sanity, it's like, well, these guys need a title shot.
Right. But then the Authors of Pain still need a rematch. Don't they?
I think. Because they've been away for a while.
Yeah, they have.
When we all thought that they were going to get called up to SmackDown for that 2B fashion.
Why was that the rumor that was going around? Like, I
really
understand.
2B. It was going to be the
because the 2B, the Shakespeare, the authors thing. That's what everyone was kind of going with.
I don't know. I still don't know how that became a rumor. To be honest with everybody, because there was no reason for them to come up. Everybody's going with this whole thing. It's like, oh, if they lose the title, then they're not going to be on the show anymore. That makes no sense.
These guys have been wrestling, what, about a year now?
Yeah.
They could need to stay down there as much longer.
It's
than this.
you know what it drives. You know why it drives me crazy? Because you get the same reaction from everybody else that thought Paige was going to show up on Raw, and then they act like the whole show was shit because they didn't get what they thought they were going to get. No one said she was showing up on the show, people. It was, here's a picture of her walking into the arena. She works for the company. She could be getting the lay of the land and figuring out what they've got for her, people. You know how you show up to work and you start getting retrained?
What's the thing? What's the things you got to go to? Meetings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Get an idea of what's happening on the show. Reintroduce
Hi, I'm
yourself.
here. Don't forget about me, please.
Right, exactly.
Please don't forget about me. Don't let me go like everyone else.
Right. Look, I jumped him. Look, I covered up the tattoo.
We're good. We're good. I even laid some shots in him before it was over.
Oh my god.
That's right. Remember, folks, he pressed charges on her. Or no, he didn't press charges.
He didn't press charges, but yeah. Anyway. Before it gets uncomfortable.
All right. Anyway, moving on. NXT is going to be happening.
I think officially it does. I think officially we'll be happy no matter who wins.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not worried. The NXT shows are normally good.
Normally,
so I have a feeling this is going to be the highlight of our week.
Oh, absolutely.
But you never know because this other show is a fucking stacked card. So I think it's about that time,
Dude.
I think it's about that
Once
time.
we get into it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna freak out again. So.
It's time for the World Heavyweight Podcast.
What?
Stone Cold Locks.
What? And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold sets it.
Stone Cold Locks, folks. Want to use the hashtag? We could use the dumb hashtag. Hashtag SSSCL.
Oh, that's the only thing you wrote down. That's great.
Hashtag Survivor Series Stone Cold Locks.
God.
At the WHPC, follow if you want to get involved with the Stone Cold Locks. Follow us on Twitter. Take a look at the Twitter page about an hour or two before the. Actually, am I going to be home an hour or two before the?
Good question. I won't be. I'll still be at work.
So I'll do that. I'll try to do that on Sunday. We'll put up all the polls so you can get the people's vote in for the Stone Cold Locks at the WHPC on Twitter. A stacked show now.
Yes, 11-hour show.
Starting at 11 hours again.
Non-stop
We're gonna
action.
Non-stop action-packed for an extra full hour. I think it's going to be 5 altogether if you include the pre-show, unless I'm crazy. Am I crazy?
You're crazy.
Somebody verify that for
That has
me
nothing to
now?
do with the pre-show. You're still crazy.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 5-hour show.
It is going to be a 5-hour show.
Get the towels ready.
Say that again?
I'm not gonna repeat that. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
It starts off with the pre-show, Enzo versus
We'll fix that in
Kalisto. The only title that is on the line, not on the show.
Not even on the show.
Not on the show.
Screw it.
Not on the show at all. Let's start.
But it is a...
Say again?
Give me Drew Gulak's PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, just make it. Yeah, give me 30 minutes of a Drew Gulak PowerPoint presentation.
Did you see the
I'll be
slide? No elaborate ring gear, and it's basically a caricature of the Rainmaker.
That's wonderful. So Enzo Amore is going up. Kalisto loses in the pre-show, right?
Does it matter?
No.
If we cross that out, that leaves an odd number of matches, so less chances, I feel like, of a draw.
But let's go into some of these title matches right off the bat. Tag team match.
So glad you agree.
Between the Usos, setting up for SmackDown versus the newly minted tag team champions on the Raw side, Dabar. Cesaro has to drop the mouthpiece soon.
It's getting a little frustrating, right?
It's just come on. Like, you don't actually need that. I've seen you on YouTube talk without it.
But the Usos don't know. I can't even do it. But the Usos don't know. We have the keys to the penitentiary.
It's a little rough if you're going to ask the guy.
Oh, it's rough.
Who do you have? I like this. I like this also because we got on SmackDown, besides the Miz TV segment on Raw, which was fantastic. The Miz is slowly becoming, he's the guy, one of the best guys on the mic, ever, almost. the crowd is legitimately over for Miz TV.
With The
now.
Rock being gone, he was probably one of the best on the mic right now.
Maybe Samoa Joe, maybe Paul Heyman, but he's in that level of great
top level
talkers. But the Miz TV segment was awesome. But the Bar goes up against the Usos. The great thing that I don't want to talk about on the Usos was SmackDown and Chad Gable. Subtle heel turn bonanza from Chad Gable. Holy shit. What did I say last week, Josh? Slowly turning this dude heel.
I love it.
Yeah.
Putting that knee to work.
Yeah.
Dragon screw from the outside to the inside. That's nasty.
I saw
man.
this. I saw this weeks ago, man. He was having a little too much fun during Under Siege.
Oh, he certainly was, sir.
Wait,
Again, from the moment he attacks Jason Jordan first is the moment that it started.
He attacked Titus Brand first.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Watch the replay. Chad goes right in for the first hit.
Cool.
He takes out some interns, kicks over that light. Man, the man is a wrecking machine.
And my favorite thing about the Chad Gable heel turn is when he kicked over the lamp, he looked so proud of himself.
Yeah.
And last night,
Like,
during
this
the
is fun.
match,
Having a blast.
the Uso match, whenever they went to the split screen, when Jay pulled his hair, he called him a bitch, and I gasped because I've never seen Chad Gable.
I just love how he takes the cheap shot on him the week before. He then continues to work over that leg through the entirety of this match on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And succeeds in getting the crowd to get really behind the Usos. So we know who's going to be running face a little bit for this, hopefully. And that promo that the Usos caught, hell yeah. These guys are fire right now.
Everybody is on lockdown.
Yeah, man. It's real good. American Alpha 2.0. Locked.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh, hey, I got it wrong. Locked. Right there. So who do you guys got? Bar or the Usos? Joshua.
Lola, you first.
Oh, man. Just giving it up. I went to you. And all you got to do is say Bar or the Usos.
I already
and
wrote
passing
it.
off to
I already
her.
wrote it.
All right, Lola. Since he's passing to you, he'll go last.
Usos.
Usos. I don't know. You know what? No, I know because this is the only time of year where Raw and SmackDown
Are you sure?
compete. My brand loyalty may be tested here for only one match, but it's SmackDown. SmackDown is going to win. I'm letting it all on the line. SmackDown Tag Team Champions right here. I'm going with the Usos.
All right, I got the bar.
Oh, look at that. Josh, only one. Locked. Locking it in. Next, since we're kind of talking about The Miz before, the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, versus the United States Champion and Baron Corbin. If Baron Corbin didn't succeed in murdering Sin Cara last night, I would have been annoyed. Because all of this would have been for naught.
It wasn't a bad match. It was actually a pretty cool match.
I'm not saying it wasn't a bad match. I'm
Crowd
just
was
saying,
hot for it, too.
Yeah, dude. Can we talk about how hot South Carolina was in general last night?
Yeah.
They were on fire for fucking everything.
Motherfuckers are getting Starcade the next Saturday. so they're going to be hot as hell, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. But if Baron Corbin didn't beat Sin Cara clean, we would have had major problems here because there is no way that I would be paying to see The Miz versus versus Sin Cara, first off. Second off, what the fuck would the point of being like 3 weeks of Who's Your Daddy? Like, why? Like, what's the point? Exactly. Nothing.
You pretty much said it.
So, IC or US? Who you got?
Do I got? Again, I'm going to have to stretch my brand loyalty a little bit. I'm going to say it's The Miz.
Boo! Lola?
Miz Taraj is going to squeak away with that win.
Miz.
Boom.
Well, it looks like no one likes the real A show around here and SmackDown Live. No one has any faith in the blue brand except for me. SmackDown Live for life.
I may go as far as to say, even though I chose The Miz, I wouldn't be surprised if Corbin's the only guy to win his match this
Blasphemy,
Sunday.
sir!
He could be the only guy winning his match Sunday.
Blasphemy, sir. You have no faith in SmackDown.
So I'm going to put you in for Corbin.
You are going to put me in
Corbin Dallas.
for Corbin, my man.
Corbin, my man.
Locked. Next up, after a fairly good women's title match on SmackDown this weekend because we didn't see anybody on Raw on Monday.
We saw the champ for what, a minute?
Maybe.
And then
Maybe.
a couple ladies in the beginning, which I missed because I was still on the way home from work.
Which was good. The three-way was pretty decent. You had Mickie James, Bayley, and Dana Brooke in a match with the 4 other competitors for the Raw team on the outside. The only thing that I didn't understand about that is why on God's green earth is Asuka looking concerned for anyone else.
Yeah, I love, like, when she tried to check on Dana and Dana just got up in her face and Asuka just destroyed her.
Because Dana hit her, and that was one of those things where you go, oh, what are you doing? Oh, no, baby, what is you doing?
You should have just stayed down there and played dead.
Yeah, there's a bear coming in, sniffing at your carcass. Make sure she's not trying to eat your face.
It's like, she usually would just poke you with a stick, but this time it's like, oh, actual concern? No, death.
Make sure you shoot her with a gun, because if you don't kill her, you're gonna die. I just don't understand. Like, what would Asuka need to go and check on Dana Brooke?
I don't know. That was I haven't seen. Like, you told me about the spot. I didn't see the spot.
It's exactly
That's a
what
weird spot to put in when considering no one's ready.
No
one's
ready. So, Team Raw, you've got Nia Jax, Captain speaking Alicia Fox, which is fucking hilarious, by the way.
Really,
can we address how great Alicia Fox has been since becoming?
She might be the MVP of Survivor Series right now. As far as somebody who's had ability to shine.
Oh yeah, for sure. When she does a little announcements with a little captain hat on, that's wonderful. That's
Attention, Captain speaking. Asuka, you are in the team.
Perfect. I love that shit. Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley make up the women's championship.
Nia Jax.
Championship. The Raw women's team. But because of a fantastic women's championship match on Tuesday night, in which Charlotte is now your new women's champion, we now have...
Woo! Yeah, woos all around.
I was going into this to being like the Raw women's champion versus the SmackDown women's champion, but I guess I'll do the women right now. We have Becky Lynch, Carmella, Naomi, and Tamina, which leaves us with an empty position that has not been filled yet.
And
I mean, I don't know if anybody paid attention to this.
It's
or
not Lana.
Yeah, right. It's not Lana.
Still not Lana.
Still not Lana.
Still not.
But if you didn't pay attention, and I kind of didn't notice it either because I wasn't really thinking about it since I just didn't think about it.
We assumed Natalya was filling that spot.
You could have, but they didn't actually say who the 5th member for the SmackDown team is. This is when you get the rumors of Paige coming back.
This is when you can get all excited. Sunday.
Right. This would make way more sense for Paige to show up. It's like, hey, bitches, I'm back. That's when she shows up.
The thing is with Paige, though, maybe because from the time I started watching, it seemed like she was there and then just gone because of the whole injury situation or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm indifferent about her coming back, though.
She was great. She was the last of the... She was coming up when the Divas were still not really given a chance before the hashtag and everything, and she had some feuds against AJ that I thought were going to be a lot better. She was one of those standouts in NXT that she did well for herself, but never really... I feel like we never thought that she got as good as she could be because they didn't have as much emphasis put on the women around
her career hasn't peaked yet.
No, not by any stretch.
The best is yet to come.
Hopefully. I would assume so. If she gets her head back fully and committed into this wrestling thing, I think we're going to see some amazing stuff come from her. But this is still speculation.
Absolutely.
So we could see her coming back, or we could just get Natalya filling in that 5th slot.
Yeah, how would you tease a mystery partner and then and it's Natalya? talk about
just bringing 2 pots.
Yeah, right.
And it's a crazy cat lady.
Oh, it's so cute.
I'd rather have the crazy lady than the crazy cat lady for your SmackDown elimination match.
So Lola, who you got? Raw or SmackDown?
SmackDown.
Oh, finally somebody joining the team.
I have to agree with her on that one. Oh, yeah.
Terrible. Nonsense.
I thought this was a professional setting.
No,
what
it's
is
not.
going
It's just
on here?
terrible. I
Keep
can't
it up.
stop
I'll light the torch. Anyway.
I'm gassing him out. I'm sorry, folks. Raw or SmackDown, dummy.
Stop it. You can't make me choose. I won't choose. I'm going to go Team Blue, too.
Yeah, everybody. Lock it in,
jeez.
folks. Lock it in, folks.
Right. Thanks.
SmackDown it is. Finally, everybody else joining the party. Sticking with the ladies.
I'm going to be on
Since we
Skype
have-
next week if you keep it up.
Sticking with the ladies, we've got the newly minted SmackDown Women's Champion,
what was
Charlotte Flair.
Wait, you were
I
picking
said
the same?
SmackDown?
Okay.
I haven't changed.
Did you see me write it? No, I didn't.
No, I didn't see
Now
you do
it's
anything.
officially
Would
locked.
you shut your mouth, sir? And we're moving on here. We're
Locked.
running out of time.
Tension.
I don't know what she said. She broke up there.
Say it one more time.
Tension.
No
No.
tension at all.
No, the only
It's just the thickness of the air.
the only tension is coming out of his pants right now. It's fucking disgusting. Ugh.
The Raw Women's Champion Alexa
Bam.
versus Charlotte Flair, the newly minted SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't know why Alexa's not on TV. She did punch Charlotte in the mouth last night, which was pretty cool. I'll give her that. This is the only match that may test my loyalty
Oh, okay.
because Alexa Bliss is amazing.
That she is.
Charlotte's also amazing, and I'm not crying, you're crying. I just
It was basically the Ric Flair 30 for 30 light version.
Oh yeah, man. But which is, if you haven't seen it, folks, you need to see the 30 for 30. We kind of gushed about it. We did gush about it last week.
I'm pretty
right?
sure we did. Let's gush about it one more time for a half
Yeah,
second.
fucking amazing.
Go see it. I think there's places out there you can get it for a few bucks. Get it. It's worth it.
Yeah. But Ric Flair's music pops at the end of that title match, and I thought, oh my God, are they really bringing Ric Flair out? The only thing that would have been better than Ric Flair coming out would have been Alexa Bliss attacking Charlotte as her father's music came out. That would have been just the most ridiculous heat ever.
And then Carmella cashes in.
Dude, I thought she was going to cash in that night. That would have been amazing.
You would have had a riot in Charlotte.
That would have been the best, though, if you do it in the ring while she's there and she's already gotten her leg.
Fill the ring full of garbage.
Yeah, man. Her leg
what
was
I would've
already
done.
beaten up through most of the match by Natalya, right? So then Alexa, like, Ric Flair's music hits, but then Alexa comes in, like, from the crowd or something like that and attacks her knee again and then stands over her with the title, and that's when you hear F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S, boom,
Oh.
boom, boom, boom. I fucking write it up. You can still do that this week. You still do that Sunday. Do you have a cash-in attempt? A bonus point for a cash-in? Yes or no? If you call it. Call it now, Josh, if you want it. I'll give
Sure.
it to you. You're calling for a cash-in?
All right, I'll call for a cash in. Bonus point for me if Carmella cashes in and for Survivor Series.
Only if you predict it. If you call for it, sure. If you don't get it, you don't get an extra point for nothing.
Yeah. It's
I
an
don't
extra
think-
point
no.
if she cashes in.
Sure, I'll give it to you. We'll give you a tiebreaker if you need it.
Great.
I don't think you're going to need it because I'm picking SmackDown again. I'm sorry, Alexa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We were just talking about loyalty issues
sorry.
here. SmackDown being the loyalty brand, and you're like, yeah, I might have to jump ship
No.
and go right back to
I
SmackDown.
can't do it. I'm going to stick it. I'm going to stick it out and stay with SmackDown. SmackDown women are going to win there too. I'm going to stay with Charlotte. Who do you got, Josh? Or Lola? What do you got? Huh? What'd I do?
My
Did I break the
my
show?
suddenly very, very high for Josh. The thing is, I got a lot of shit for saying this, and Charlotte and Sasha have had amazing matches. This could easily top anything that Charlotte and Sasha have done. Number one.
Mhm.
I gotta go with.
I'm
Alexa.
excited for the match. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think it's going to be a great match.
Yeah, I gotta go with Alexa.
Woman
Put her
after my own
in.
heart.
Locked.
And who do you got, Josh?
I got Charlotte.
All right. 2 for Charlotte.
Two for
One
Charlotte,
for a
one
cash in.
Alexa.
Are you calling a cash in there, Lola?
Sure, why not?
Just
I'm
saying,
already-
sure. Just saying, fuck it, sure. I'm going to say no cash.
If you're going to hand out points, you might as well.
Get a negative point if it doesn't happen, then.
Fuck you. Moving on.
We'll just do that as a side bet. Side bet, then. No cash. Anyway, moving on. What do we have left?
The Raw Survivor Series team.
Which is Braun.
Yes.
I love it. I don't know why I did that in a weird way, but
Yeah, why did you? Please don't.
oh wait, hang on. Let's lock it in there.
Start with the captain.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. As of right now, it's still Kurt Angle.
I thought we were gonna have the opening of Monday Night ruined by Stephanie McMahon again, to where she just takes everybody and kind of throws them all under the bus.
Yes.
But then the Shield came out, and this time they didn't come out with their dumb shirts.
God.
Can we talk about the dumb split shirts that they had?
Those were
things
pretty
look
awesome.
Terrible. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Boo!
little
Boo,
bit,
madam.
yeah.
You don't like him?
I love it.
They look like a bad playing card put together.
Exactly. Like, I got an idea. Let's take a couple of T-shirts, cut them in half, and sew them back together. Come on. There's no creativity there. At least if they
I think that's my
if they came out with a red Shield shirt where the Shield was opaque enough for you to see, but like raw and like a watermark behind it would be kind of cool. Nope, didn't do any of that.
The Shield could come out in Tarzan loincloths, and I wouldn't complain either. So
I'm asking the wrong person. We're asking the wrong person. Giggity. Lady Boners, welcome.
I just think the shirts looked a little silly. Like the New Day didn't show up with New Day half New Day shirt and half Raw.
They absolutely
SmackDown
did not.
Shirt. They showed up in SmackDown shirts.
Yes.
Like, we know who you are. I understand that you want to sell more shirts, but make a special shirt. Give me like a SmackDown exclusive or a Smack. There's too many fucking branding things that I have to remember. Give me a Survivor Series exclusive shirt or something like that. I don't know. They look like a badly put together playing card deck or something like that. I don't know. Didn't work for me. But we have. What was I saying?
You were listing the Raw team, and you stopped for some reason.
No, for Stephanie McMahon. Yeah, because the Shield comes out and goes, "Oh yeah, we're just going to do what we want." All right, good, fine. Kurt has to figure out why the hell Jason Jordan is even on this team. Jason Jordan. What was the line you said? Jason Jordan comes out. We'll get to that part. But Jason Jordan comes out, and you're like, Jason Jordan doesn't have any fear. He's seen Bray Wyatt's win-loss record.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He's like, who do I got, Bray? Oh, I got this. It's on lock, as the Usos put it.
When Kurt announced that JJ was going to face Bray, did you see the look on Finn's face when he said it?
No, I didn't.
It was so priceless. It was a look between "I'm glad it's not me this time" and "good luck, kid."
Oh boy. So we got Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and
because
Jason Jordan's replacement,
because he got himself hurt in a match versus Bray Wyatt that he probably shouldn't have won.
Don't abandon me again.
And it was a little after school specially for sure.
Behold the King of Kings.
But
I'm about to bury you.
But it also sows the seeds of this potential Jason Jordan heel turn, because now he's got something to be resentful for.
I mean, is it that, or is that sows the seeds of a potential Kurt Angle Triple H match, say WrestleMania?
We could get any number of.
I was just gonna say that.
What was that?
Saying.
I was just gonna say the way that he pedigreed Jason Jordan in the look on Kurt. I was thinking it could lead to an either like Triple H Kurt match or Triple H Shane feud. So it could go either way.
We could have a lot of things happen here. Like we needed. Jason Jordan was out of place. He was the guy that did not belong, because that's I guess why you announced John Cena earlier in the week, so you can have Stephanie come out and go, all right, so let me put it this way: who does SmackDown have? John Cena. John Cena.
John freaking Cena.
And I'm sorry, and who do we have? Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan? Kidding me?
Pistachios Elephant was not available for book.
So we have Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle.
I'm sorry, Lola. Was Booker behind this decision? I forgot.
Versus Shane McMahon, Randall Orton, Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Juan Cena. This match is going to be bananas.
It is. You can't say WWE doesn't push young talent because there is one guy there who's been wrestling less than 10 years.
Yeah, I mean most of the guys that are on that need to be on are Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, Braun
I can't
Strowman,
argue with
Finn
that.
Balor,
Can't
and
argue
Samoa
with
Joe.
that.
Those are the big guys.
Those are the big dogs of SmackDown.
Those are like the young up and coming, or quote unquote young, because they're not actually young, but new faces that need the rub of a Kurt
Those
Angle,
are new
Triple
stars
H,
right
Randy
there.
Orton, Shane McMahon, John Cena. So that
New stars.
Look, you could have worse people in this match,
Absolutely.
for sure. This could be a clusterfuck of colossal proportions.
They almost
and
went
it's
with
not
Jason
going
Jordan.
Oh, come on, he's not that bad.
No. We do like Jason Jordan's wrestling. It's great.
So
Yeah, he's a good technical wrestler, but his personality is like cardboard.
yes,
So.
yes, he has had the.
He hasn't been
Since
rejected enough.
Since coming over to Raw, it hasn't nearly been as exciting as it could have been for Jason Jordan. But thoughts on the match? Who do you guys got? We'll start with you, Lola.
Me?
Yes,
Yes, you.
you're the
Okay.
one. You're the only one named Lola.
Team Raw, just solely for the fact of Joe, Finn, Triple H. I'm gonna explode. So Team Raw.
And Braun Strowman, has he put Kane to bed? Are we done with that?
From what we understand, when you get thrown through the ring, that's like you're done. You're done.
But doesn't Kane live under the ring? Doesn't he like live under, and then he can just like reach out, rah, hand, rah, I'm from behind. I don't know.
How excited would you be to see Kane during that Survivor Series?
Never
No.
again.
No.
You know that's gonna
No.
happen. Right? You know he's gonna
Don't
show
don't
up
even
now.
say that. Don't even put it out into the universe.
No, it's too late. It's gonna be up in like an hour. You know that's gonna happen now, Josh. Like Kane's gonna show up from underneath. You know what's gonna happen? This is the spot. This is the spot. You said it. I just said it. He's gonna show up from underneath the ring, and like drag Braun Strowman back underneath to where it's gonna be one of those. You know it's gonna hapen.
As long as he drags those farts you got with
Yeah,
him.
I'm sorry. It's terrifying.
No. Stop swinging it this way. I will set a fire.
So who do you have?
I will burn this down.
I just scratched out my lock after that conversation. I was like, God damn it. If they can do it, they probably will
Yeah,
do
they
it
will.
with Kane fucking up the whole thing.
Do you think there's a sole survivor here at all? And yeah, the sole survivor is going to be me. And
The
if
sole
you get
survivor is
gassed
going
out,
to be.
This is why we don't have pets.
The sole survivor is going to be NXT this weekend.
Yes. I'm going Team Blue.
You're going Team Blue?
Again. Again.
Mm.
All just mark it up and down the line right now. Come on, we're running out of time, dude. We're stretching this out way too long now.
I got to go Team Blue as well.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so
Ugh.
and Lola had what? She locked hers in already?
Yeah, she's
All right,
locked
we
in
did.
for the Raw
I'm
team.
rolling. No, that's the wrong one. We're locked in. There we go. Locked. Before we get to the main title versus the main title, we have one more match that got added onto the card. We have the Shield. After leading a fairly nasty attack into the ring.
2 matches after this.
2 matches. That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
have one match that got added on later. The Shield versus the New Day. 6-man tag action. This could be a match of the year. No questions asked. It's going to be fucking awesome. Who wins? I have no idea.
I think I know who wins. The team that beat Evolution twice.
Yeah,
and
they beat everybody.
You have to open the door now. I'm gonna throw a flag really soon, and a flag is my foot in your ass. This is getting ridiculous. Open that door. I get it. You want us to rap? I got it. Jesus Christ. This is why we don't have any people in the studio.
Chemical warfare. at its best. The only time when my ass goes up against Josh is
Call the president. I found the weapon of mass destruction.
Disclaimer: Lola not in actual studio.
yeah.
That's it. I'm going to Skype next week. Me and Lola are going to Skype in because none of us can take this.
Somebody do something else. I'm the only one talking here now.
Yeah, because you left everyone speechless. God.
Hey, what can I do? I can't help it.
That was my lock. It's a shield.
All the thoughts,
Lola,
comments.
please get me out of this.
I gotta go Shield. I gotta go Shield because if you have Roman return, them lose to the New Day, then the whole Shield Hounds of Justice kind of defeats the purpose. So I'm gonna go Shield.
I want this feud to last longer. I don't want this to be done.
And how do you make it last longer?
I don't know.
More Twitter feuding. That's the only way you make it last longer.
Or the New Day cheats to win.
I don't know, man.
They've done it before.
I mean, if I was a smart man, I would be betting on the Shield because there's no reason that the New Day... I don't know.
You're not a smart man.
they both have legitimate claims to be the team of teams, as it were, because one team beat fucking everybody, and the other team beat pretty much everybody. But
everybody on Raw.
Yeah.
Gone.
But you could say maybe for the little while in there, the competition wasn't nearly as high as it was against the Shield because they didn't have to beat the likes of, say, Evolution and things like that, and they ended up beating, Sheamus and Cesaro and stuff like that for a bunch of times, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm going New Day because why stop now?
Not a smart betting man. Gotcha.
No, why stop now?
Scratch that in.
Finally, locked. Down to the last match. Your Universal Champion of the Galaxy.
Universal /
of the solar system.
/ Parts unknown.
Brock Lesnar versus your new WWE champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotta do the hair flip when you say it.
Yeah. How great was Daniel Bryan? Can we have Daniel Bryan every week doing cool stuff like this?
Is he available? I hear he's going to be available for booking after a certain day. He should be my advocate.
Can we hire Daniel Bryan for personal advocacy now?
Yeah. Don't worry. The check will get there. I promise.
2 great advocate promos this week. Because if we needed somebody to sell the match, we got 2 great people to sell the fucking match.
Oh, one of them had some numbskull propose to his girlfriend during the promo.
If she was a real fan, she would have said no.
Get out of here! How dare you interrupt the master?
I love how Paul Heyman was like, "You've never been face to face with a real beast."
Have you seen the guy that's proposed?
Not a looker.
I don't know who that is. I'm just saying. It sounds funny.
I'm saying he's ugly.
So, we've got the UFC, the former UFC, former undisputed, current champion of the Galaxy, Brock Lesnar, versus AJ Styles. Who do you have, sir?
Sir. They got to do some different. This is where brand loyalty sticks in. I'm going to back the WWE champion.
Because this comes, the big question for this one that we've always had is who gets the Brock Lesnar victory? There's always been a list of people that everybody goes through. This is one of the guys that you would have to pick, right? Because you don't want we all know that if Jinder Mahal's in this match, we're like, fuck that. There's no way that Jinder Mahal can get the Brock Lesnar win.
Brock would stop
you.
him.
You'd have a goddamn riot on your hands.
9 times out of 10, it would be Brock stomping him.
But I mean, when you go into like the uber nerds of thing of like, oh, well, that makes you're giving the Brock Lesnar to him sort of thing would start coming out of the woodwork, and it would break the internet, and people would throw their subscriptions out the window and all that stuff.
That's kind of how I feel about these locks. None of these are title matches outside of being showcase matches for the roster today.
Which is good, though. This is the perfect place for, somebody who doesn't normally watch all the time.
So
like, hey, here's all the champions.
I'm not
Hey, check
sure.
it out.
I'm not sure we're going to see a clean win, necessarily a clean win here.
You like Triple H, you like John Cena, you like Randy Orton. They're all going to be here.
All going to be
Not going to be Happy Rusev Day, unfortunately. Though.
No, he is not on the show at all.
That's unfortunate. We a day without Machka is a day with sadness. So you're sticking with AJ Styles?
AJ Styles.
Lola, thoughts, comments, picks.
The thing is, I want to throw up thinking about it because I don't like Brock.
Oh man, tell us how you really feel.
The thing is, Braun was close to beating Brock Lesnar.
He was.
Joe was really, and the thing is, I want Brock to just lose, but if it was, I would want AJ Styles to win more. If AJ Styles won, he'd take the Universal Championship in addition to the Heavyweight Championship. But because Brock, I think Brock is gonna win. It's gonna be a really good match, but I want to puke, but I think Brock has got it.
Yeah. I wouldn't want them to do any of that title transferring stuff, because if you do things like that, it starts getting really convoluted.
It gets
and
confusing. That's exactly what happened years ago.
Yeah, because now you're going to have guys working 2 shows, but I thought that guy was on SmackDown. I thought that guy was on
Who
Raw.
did I pay to see tonight? I don't know.
Right. It gets convoluted and weird, and the numbers don't lie. Sorry. I don't know why I wrote that.
You were looking up WCW stuff for production earlier, and you catch
I saw
the
her freaking thing that she showed.
Scott Steiner.
I thought that was a WCW promo. I didn't realize that was a TNA promo. Do yourselves a favor, folks. Look up the Scott.
Oh, that's right. It was a TNA promo. Scott Steiner going over the odds with Joe.
If you bring up the big bad booty daddy thing, I'm gonna just end the Skype call.
Badasses.
Making listeners every day.
I'm going to go with AJ Styles, because if there's a guy that deserves to get the Brock Lesnar win after that wonderful Daniel Bryan promo, also
ultimately a non-consequential win. Am I right?
For the most part, but it's a win versus Brock Lesnar. The Daniel Bryan promo, though, like Brock Lesnar will quit just like a half-assed knee bar on a UFC. Oh boy. Oh boy.
A UFC show, not pay-per-view. Show.
So I'm going to lock that one in. And I know we probably could have gone so many other. Did you go ahead, Lola? I'm sorry.
Not only is Daniel Bryan available for bookings, but he's also available for parent-teacher meetings.
There you go. I don't get the joke either.
I'm sorry. I missed that episode of Talking Smack.
I don't know where else I'm tired now, Josh. I think we're going to have to cut it. We're done? Are we done here?
Yeah, let's get on the network.
Stone Cold Locks.
I got to look up WWE Dads and see if that show's on yet.
Stone Cold Locks at the WHPC on Twitter. Follow the show there, and we'll do, like I said, we'll do the little voting and stuff before the show this Sunday.
You're going to have so much fun editing this episode.
Oh, yeah, it's a terrible train wreck of
cut that, paste that,
I don't know.
isolate, make him sound racist.
Like I said, I went into this having like this whole sort of mapped out thing going on in my head, just a little bit of like intro, and then it just kind of went completely away,
like the gas out of your ass.
Yeah, it was just not fun for everybody
No,
involved.
I'm sure it's fun for you, not for us.
I apologize, and I don't know. At the WHPC on Twitter, you can follow her over there at Lola_Bradbury on the Twitter machine as well. What else do you have coming out this week, Lola?
My Lola Talks Wrestling, Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, Ring of Honor, Periscope recaps are going to be back after the Thanksgiving holiday. Need a little break. In the meantime, I will be live tweeting. At TWM News UK, the podcast mountain of British podcasts. The clever little reference. I'll be live tweeting. I'll be doing their podcasts as a new co-host, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and my newest interview with Lance Hoyt, one half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions, is up. Go check it out. He talks about Joey Ryan.
Cool.
He talks about Wrestling Circus, all that good stuff.
Anything else that we missed completely in this moderately train wrecky of a show today? That you need to maybe wrangle us in if we go way off into the middle of nowhere, because I'm not keeping anything on course.
Yeah, you pretty much covered everything with Raw and SmackDown. The only other thing I would have to add is Ring of Honor's been really freaking good over the past couple of weeks, if you want to just include that. Jay Briscoe, Mark Briscoe, they're hinting at a feud. It's going to be awesome. And I'm rooting for Dalton Castle. I want Dalton Castle to be champion. And
not coming for another women's final battle, December 20-something?
December 15th? It's like the first or it's like the second week of...
There's plenty of time to get there. We're not even there yet.
Yeah. I'm really excited.
I'm Howie Farewell. That's been Lola Bradbury. That over there has been the gas-masked Josh Rivera. At the WHBC on Twitter, Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast. One more for good measure. Here we go.
We'll don't get eliminated.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.